Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well, friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to the Daily Ruddy series, Chelsea News. It is good to see you, friends, and we've got lots of stuff to talk about today. Edouard Mendy winning the AFCON, that's lovely news, isn't it? One of the best goalkeepers as well, so many trophies. We know who we're playing in the Club World Cup, we know who we're playing in the FA Cup. Antonio Rudiger situations flared up again. Are we ever going to meet his contract demands? Also injury news that includes Mason Mount. Is he going to be good to go in the next fixture? Lots to get into, of course. So I hope you're settled, I hope you're comfortable. Hey man, pour yourself a drink, and I'd urge you to drop a like, as I like to do sometimes, most videos. Let's see if we can go over 2,000 likes, that would be great. And of course, as always, you're all welcome to subscribe here on Football Therapy. Cool. So let's talk about fixtures. Of course, the Chelsea squad are all away for the Club World Cup at the moment, awaiting Thomas Tuchel to join them. Of course, he's been isolating. Hopefully he can reach them. Whether he'll reach them for the first fixture, I don't know. Which is, of course, against Al Hilal. That is on Wednesday, the 9th of February. So if we beat them, we will, of course, get through to the final. And, you know, there's a lot of beef on social media between the fans, or banter at first. Chelsea, of course, heavy favourites to win the whole competition. And, of course, this could be, for example, I just saw Simon Johnson tweet, this could be the third trophy Edouard Mendy wins in this month, which is incredible after the Super Cup. If you think about what Edouard Mendy has achieved, let's just give a moment to talk about him, actually, because, of course, he's just won AFCON, and my camera's all over the gaff for some reason. He just won AFCON with Senegal, and he saved a penalty in the shootout. It was an awful penalty, let's be fair. Well, it wasn't a great penalty, but he saved it, and generally, he's been very good. He's a great goalkeeper. What has he won? He's won the Champions League, he's won the Super Cup, he's won UEFA's best goalkeeper, I think. He's won FIFA best goalkeeper, he's won the best goalkeeper at AFCON, and then he's won AFCON. He's absolutely cleaning up. I'm not going to spend too long talking about Edouard Mendy, because we know how brilliant he is, but what a wonderful story arc he's been on in these recent years. Absolutely incredible, so congratulations to Senegal. And you know, commiserations to Egypt. Of course, it was billed as Mane versus Salah, both who, like, you know, pretty much ghosted. Of course, Mane scored the decisive penalty, but you know, why not talk about the European champion, Edouard Mendy? Anyway, I wanted to just give a minute of talking about him. Absolutely incredible. I don't think he'll be available for the first game against Al Hilal. I don't think so. Anyway, I imagine it'll be Kepa, and then, you know, Mendy for the final, I guess, hopefully, or it depends, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, you'd imagine Mendy would you'd want to play in the competition, like, because if you want to, you know, have the medal, win the trophy, you want to feel like you've been involved, you know. So, of course, that's exciting. Of midweek, I'll be obviously watching that. It is 4:30 p.m. kickoff UK time, and of course, I'll do a match review for that. And Chelsea have drawn Luton Town away in the next round of the FA Cup, which of course is a good draw. It will be might be a little bit tasty, but yeah, you know, we could have had a lot more difficult draws. Of course, Man City got Peterborough. You know, there's a couple of more exciting draws there, but Chelsea will be backed to beat Luton Town, although we should respect the opponent, especially in their away ground. Chelsea are, of course, favourites, but that'll be an exciting FA Cup tie. I think, now, we're going to put a pin in the Rudiger story for the moment. We're going to end on that, because, yeah, there's a lot to reflect on regarding that. In a moment of turbulent times for Chelsea's squad, like, we don't really know what's going on, but I'm going to cite an article here on football.london, talking about injuries, most notably Mason Mount, and of course Reece James, who both have travelled for the Club World Cup. Mason Mount, the last thing Thomas Tuchel will want is additional injury troubles, but that is what he got on Saturday. As Chelsea's clash with Plymouth ticked into extra time, Mount pulled up with an injury, with stand-in manager Arno Michels saying that further examination was needed later on. Quote, he said he felt an injury in extra time. with his shot, apparently, taking a shot. He realised quickly that he felt pain, so he took him off. There will be further exams. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I can't promise what the situation is. Now, this is a little bit worrying because Mason Mount is, of course, a really important, player for Chelsea. He's been consistently good, and in fact, in that game, that was a very frustrating game against Plymouth, one real positive point that I thought was Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount combining down the right-hand side in that 4-1-4-1 formation. They looked really, really good together. They were like doing little flicks to each other. They knew where each other were going to be. They were running into the appropriate spaces. And it looked like they had a budding chemistry developing. And of course, Mount's like joint top for goals and assists, I think, this season for Chelsea. So he's an important player as well as a hard worker. You'd think hopefully he'd bounce back. But if he's done his hammy, he might not be good to go. But ultimately, these games we're going into, Chelsea will remain favourites. But we were favourites against Plymouth Argyle at home, and my word, we made tough work of that. So we need to consider those things. Now, Reece James, of course, travelled with the group. Arno said he's back on the pitch. That's good news. He's still in individual training, so far from being part of the squad for Sunday's game. I think that's actually, I think that might be the quote from Thomas Tuchel. The thing is, he's training with the squad, and he's travelled with the squad, but he hasn't doing team training. So I don't know why he's travelled. Maybe he just wants to, be with the squad, do fitness, obviously be around for team morale, for the atmosphere. Maybe come the final, he will, the Club World Cup final, he might be available to feature off the bench if we need that kind of profile player to come off the bench in that game. Possibly. I kind of it makes sense, warm weather training regardless, to rehabilitate his injury. That could probably only do him good, and the fact how he had been doing individual training, maybe he can graduate to team training while they're out in Abu Dhabi. So let's finish and talk about the big story. Of course, Antonio Rudiger, who, man, I really want him to, as more time goes on, I really, really, really want Antonio Rudiger to extend. I'm fluctuating between if he doesn't want to stay, screw it. But the truth is, when I look at how he reacts to, like Kepa making that penalty save, a lot of people criticise Lukaku because he just did a little thumbs up, but I'm not going to read too much into that. But what I do want to read into is Antonio Rudiger, embracing him, giving him a kiss, and being he's so in to win. He's so integrated in this squad. And, he loves the manager, he loves the teams, he loves the fan, he loves fans, he loves Chelsea. And ultimately, that's why I want it to work. But at the same time, we can't go too nuts in what we pay him, which is frustrating because I was looking yesterday on Sportrack and Timo Werner's on nearly £300,000 a week, and he came on that game and he screwed up that chance. And I love Timo Werner, but he just looks so far off his level at the moment. And it's really good level, and he's a great player, Timo Werner. But you think you're getting paid? I understand why he's getting paid 300k a week, because goals cost money, and we bought Timo Werner for goals. So I'm not criticising the fact how we bought this young, up-and-coming elite European striker and put him on that money. He's I think he's second only to Lukaku or something in terms of wages. Lukaku's our top earner. So I understand why Rudiger might feel frustrated, but this is just how things have worked. So it's almost like you're asking, okay, the way everything's always worked, you want us to change that now. And by the way, of course, Rudiger's older than Timo Werner as well, which you often get paid less because there's no resale value. So anyway, I'm going to cite a article here from Team Talk, and then we'll discuss this a bit further. Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger has upped his contract demands after reportedly snubbing a rival offer from Real Madrid. So, pause. Snubbing an offer from Real Madrid, that sounds positive, right? 2 months ago, the reports were suggesting he's gone, mate. He's going to Real Madrid. So let's just read on. The German international is out of contract in the summer, and his future is up in the air at Stamford Bridge. Blues boss Thomas Tuchel has made it clear that he wants the centre-back to stay, but the former Stuttgart man is free to speak to foreign clubs. And one of those clubs is interested in and one of the clubs that's interested in the defender is Real Madrid. He has reportedly turned down a £173,000 a week offer, starting negotiations with Real. Okay, so maybe not good from what we've just said, the opening line, because they've opened negotiations at £173,000 a week. I mean, that's a lot of money. The 49 cap international turns 29 next month, and his next contract is likely to be the final long-term agreement of his playing career, or certainly at the highest level. He might get a 5-year deal at like some non-league club somewhere. Yeah. Ooh, he's 29 next month. Didn't think about that. So he'll be 30 next season. Ooh, okay. That does change things a little bit, doesn't it? For me, I don't know. I just thought like, oh, he'll be 29. I don't know. I sort of thought he was a year behind almost. He's made it evident that he's looking at his next deal from a financial point of view. Quote, "Like always, I'm fully committed to the cause," Rudiger said in January. "Talks between my side and the club, that's everything you need to know. You have to think about family," he said. "My kids were born here in London, so that tells you that my family feels great here. The rest is up to the rest is up to other people to make decisions, and then we will see them come together or not." Rudiger is believed to be on 100k a week and suggests he's been looking to double that to stay in the capital. However, after speaking to Real, according to The Athletic, he now wants £220,000 a week, plus a signing on bonus. Maybe that's for Real Madrid, like to move himself away from Chelsea. He'll have to get, a significant financial allure. So let's talk about this. 29-year-old Rudiger wants 225k a week. It's tricky, isn't it? It's so tricky. Like, how long is he going to be this good for? I mean, if you're looking at the thing is he's been playing next to Thiago Silva, and he'd be like, I want to be like this guy. Tell you what, mate, if you're going to be like that guy, here's the contract. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be this good at 37, 38. Then you can have a 5-year deal at that amount of money. Well, he's negotiating with Real Madrid and he's turned down their first offer. Oh man, the thing is, Christensen to me seems like he's probably gonna go. Cesar Azpilicueta seems to me, at time of recording, like he's probably gonna go. So what? Are we just gonna replace Thiago Silva 1 more season, max, man, max. So what are we gonna do? Just like who are we gonna have? Who are we gonna have? Trevor Chalobah and Thiago Silva, fine. Malang Sarr, I think, will probably sell for a good amount of money, considering he was a free transfer. I think that'll be good business, and he would have had a nice time while he's at Chelsea. That's just what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that now. Koundé. So you think, right, Koundé, Chalobah, maybe starting 2 centre backs, rotating with Colwill maybe, and Thiago Silva. That wouldn't be bad, would it? Wouldn't be the end of the world. But it's a tricky one with Rudiger because I want him to stay in terms of watching what he does on the pitch. But if he wants 225k a week, this is so tricky. Guys, we'll have to watch this space. I'm, of course, just reacting to news here. I've just read off Team Talk. This article is by Matthew Briggs. You're welcome to go check it out. I'd urge you to do so. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. I'm keen to get your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. It's wild, man. This is Chelsea Football Club. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. I'm going to wind up here. Thank you for joining me. Please do drop a like. And I'll see you soon. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper.